Good morning. How we doing and how we feeling today? Okay, so today guys, it's the 1st of November, new month. We just passed Halloween. I'm finally gonna tell you what I dressed up as on Halloween. I dressed up as Milo Thatch from Atlantis. The 2001 Disney movie. So anyways, let's get that out of the way. New month, new me. Same me. Who am I kidding? Okay, so we're gonna talk about Ed Sheeran's Equals album. He released it last Friday. Yes, last Friday. Here it was Thursday night, but yeah, last Friday. I actually really, really, really enjoyed that album. Hang on, let me just drink some water. I really like that album because, I usually don't gravitate towards his music because his music is very cheese. Well, it can, don't hate me on this, but it can be a little cheesy, especially if you're not in love, if you don't have a relationship, if you're not dating someone. But now since I am dating someone recently, then I do gravitate towards his music, at least this album. I don't know about the others right now, but yeah. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so first of all, who is Ed Sheeran? Well, you must know by now he's a really, prolific artist. He has a lot of music under his belt. He has a Plus album, the Minus album, the Multiply album, now the Equals album. And also he has, his collaborations project, number 5 collaborations project, number 6 collaborations project, which actually has collabs featuring Cardi B, Camila Cabello, who else? Khalid, and stuff like that. Artists of that sort, should I say. And now Equals, and Equals, okay, so let's go on with the album rollout. So, pre-release, obviously. Okay, so first of all, we had Bad Habits during the summertime. And actually, Ed said in an interview that he didn't picture a summer without, Bad Habits as a single. So Bad Habits that way became the first single, the lead single. It was a really good comeback, I believe so. I think it was top 5 on Billboard Hot 100. Really big deal. Yeah, it was top 5, I believe. And then we had Shivers, which was another really great single. Not better than Bad Habits, but it was good. It stood on its own, and it actually, I think it's right now at the top 10. And I believe it will still be there, upon the release of this album. And then we have Visiting Hours, which was just a promotional single, I believe. Also a really good song. Okay, so full album breakdown. Let's see right here. Let's go to Spotify. Okay, so I have the album right here. So let's just take a deep dive. Well, not a really big deep dive, but you know what I mean. So first we have Tides. We start out the album with Tides. Then we have Shivers, which I already talked about. Okay, First Times has to be my first standout track besides Shivers. First Times, I really connected with that song because, it talks about, finding that love, doing first times with that person. I really connect with that song and I really appreciate it. Then Bad Habits, we already talked about it, but it's a banger. It's a bop. Should I say. Let's see. Overpass Graffiti. Don't remember that much of that. The Joker and the Queen, I really like that one. Reminds me of Joker and Harley Quinn. Leave Your Life. That's a really deep song. Collide, Two Step, Stop the Rain, Love in Slow Motion, which is actually another one that I really like. Visiting Hours, which I already touched upon a little. Sandman and Be Right Now, which has to be it's a really great closing track. It's actually one of my standout tracks on the album. Okay, so analysis. Okay, let's just see right here. So Ed Sheeran, looking at the track list, there are 14 songs. It feels kind of cohesive, not gonna lie. I know the Equals title is because of his thematic, with his thing with the numbers, plus, minus, and multiply equals. I think he already ran out of, it's safe to say he ran out of his thematic, so, he has to, his themes, should I say. So he has to reinvent himself next time, because otherwise it'll get really repetitive, and I think he already ran out of the basic math signs. But, this album is really about love. It has songs like First Times, which I already mentioned, Bad Habits, The Joker and the Queen, Love in Slow Motion, Stop the Rain, Visiting Hours, and Be Right Now. So, it talks a lot about I interpret it as being in love, discovering new things for the first time with your partner, with the person you're seeing, or stuff like that. What else? Stop the Rain, I interpret it as, stop the madness, stop the madness, stop balance your life. That's how I don't remember much of the song, but judging off of the title, that's how I interpreted it. And, Love in Slow Motion, like taking it all in, enjoying the moment with that person. Because, when you're having fun, when you're having a good time, life goes by like a snap. You have to really stop and look at yourself, look at your partner, and, just embrace it, be present in the moment. And Be Right Now is a perfect example of that. That's just a perfect segue. Be Right Now has to be, that same idea, Be Right Now is like, you have to be right now here in this very moment, present, not thinking about the past or the future, stuff like that. So enough about the album. So now my final overall thoughts. So let's see. Okay, I really do recommend this album a lot. Even if you're not an Ed Sheeran fan, because let's be real, I'm not the biggest Ed Sheeran fan. I am a fan, but I'm kind of like a local, I haven't heard his full discography, If we're talking about albums, I had just heard, prior to Equals, I had just heard, 2 full albums. I had just heard, let's see, Divide. I forgot that album existed. Divide was the last one, yeah. I heard Divide and Number 6 Collaborations Project, with Camila Cabello, Cardi B, Khalid, like I mentioned prior. So, I really do recommend this album. It's a really good listen from start to finish. You do need to listen to it in the order that it was intended to be heard. So yeah, let's see. It's a good length, 14. It's not really long, so you can, let's see how many minutes. 48 and 30 seconds. So yeah, it's not a really long listen through. You can listen to it in a breeze, and it's a really good listen, so it'll fly by. There are no skips. Yeah, there are no skips. It's not all of the songs are really solid, but they each have their own thing. they each can stand on their own and stuff like that. So finally, is the new album Ed's best body of work yet? I can't really answer that because, as I said right now, I haven't heard his whole discography, so I really can't give an answer to that. I have to do it. I have to go back from the very beginning and hear every single song, every single album. I'm missing to hear plus, minus, multiply, number 5 collaborations project. I believe those are the 4 that I'm missing. And obviously, the rest, divide, number 6 collaborations project, and also again equals. Do a full discography rundown. I may do another video later on to discuss this topic of Ed Sheeran. But yeah, so I can't really answer the question, but I'll say this. This is a really good, a really solid, a really strong body of work from Ed Sheeran's part. So I'm going to say this. Go listen to the album. It's really good. You'll thank me for that. Especially if you have someone you're seeing, someone you're dating, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whoever it may be, And even if you're not in love, you can be like single and still enjoy it because, it's not really, you have like bops like Bad Habits, Be Right Now. So, it has something for everyone, almost, but yeah. So, okay, that will be it for today. This has been Emilio Fernandez with Pop and Bob, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.